All details on Team India's panel on Times Now. The coordination and the poll panel committee that has been formed, 19 members have been included in the campaign committee. The working group for media and research has also been formed. So these are the details coming in of the decisions that have been taken in Team India's meeting taking place in Mumbai. My colleague Radhika is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Radhika, the details on Times Now of the 19 members who have been included. Working group for media and research have also been formed as parties pledged to fight the elections together.
That's right. So this is what the India bloc group has come up with in the last 2 days. In fact, in this 5-hour meeting that was held today, they've come up with committees and subcommittees, the formation of that and the structure and architecture of the entire India alliance has been fulfilled at this point. A coordination committee and election strategy committee comprising of 14 members that also includes top leaders such as Sharad Pawar, KC Venugopal, Sanjay Raut, Abhishek Banerjee, Raghav Chadha. Also includes a campaign committee which has 19 members, working group for social media, working group for media, as well as a research committee. So number of committees have been formed which will work on several aspects as far as social media, campaigns, strategy, outreach programs as far as India Alliance is concerned in the next few months. Of course, seat sharing is something that the committee will also look at in the days to come. So broadly, India Alliance has formed various committees which has many top leaders from the opposition being part of it. And if you look at the campaign committee, you have Sanjay Jha, you have Anil Desai, you have PC Chako. As far as working group for social media is concerned, it has Shrupiya Shinate, Ashish Yadav, Rajiv Nigam. Media has Jairam Ramesh, Arvind Sawant, Jitendra Awad. We heard several top leaders as well, including Uddhav Thackeray, Sanjay Raut, Arvind Kejriwal, Nitish Kumar, speaking, of course, attacking the centre, attacking Prime Minister Modi, going on to say that he is not pro-poor or pro-nation because of several policies that has been undertaken in the last several years, including as far as the reduction of prices of LPG cylinders also concerned. They say that, he's increased the price over a period of time and then reduced it. That cannot be called pro-poor. Went on, MK Stalin especially went on to speak about the misuse of agencies and institutions by BJP and so on. So, frontal attack on the centre, on Prime Minister Modi, going on to say that India Alliance will stay united. It has been formed to save the democracy, save the constitution, and save the country from dictatorship. So, those are the words coming in from several of the opposition leaders there. We heard many of them, Uddhav Thackeray as well as Mallikarjun Kharge, Stalin, Nitish Kumar, all of them are talking about the structure of India Alliance and also attacking and slamming Prime Minister Modi and the centre. So yes, different committees formed that include coordination committee, election strategy committee, campaign committee, social media as well as a research group as well.
Okay, all right. But Radhika, it looks like while this may be a step forward in the unity of the India Alliance, there are still questions that remain, and these are sticking points that the alliance has not been able to talk about. Even now, there's no talk of the prime ministerial phase. Apart from that, even to decide on the seat sharing formula, the resolution very clearly says that that will be taken up next. But as of now, it looks like there's not been any discussion on one of the most crucial points for the Lok Sabha elections, which is seat sharing.
Absolutely no discussion and deliberation on seat sharing or prime ministerial candidate. This is just a broad framework that has been made today, which is formation of different committees. Now different committees will look into different aspects, including discussion on seat sharing, including discussion on campaign outreach programs and so on. So yes, this is a basic structure that has been formulated today. Not much as far as PM candidate as you said, the convener is concerned. There is no specific name that has been brought out as a convener. There are different coordination committees and representatives for these committees. And yes, as you've been pointing out, just before the India bloc meeting started, there had been a lot of names doing the rounds, many of the parties projecting its leader as the probable prime ministerial candidate from India bloc, and there had been differences there. When we spoke to several of the India bloc members, leaders, they're saying that there is no, sort of difference of opinion there. We will get to it when we when we will, which is at a later point. This is not the stage to speak about prime ministerial candidate. Parties could come up with names, but let's not read too much into it, and there are no fissures is what they are still continuing to maintain. But we heard, I'm at the BJP meeting as well, where several of the BJP leaders completely slamming India bloc meeting, saying that how is this unlikely alliance going to fructify in the days to come. These are leaders with ideological and political differences. Many of them fighting in their own states. Many of them have slammed each other. So this is not a practical alliance, and this is going to break very soon.
Partners are also discussing whether they should be fighting the elections on their own party symbol, and whether that could become a big challenge for the NDA alliance or not.